Hey Chiefs Kingdom, Harrison Graham here on the Chiefs Report. Thank you to everybody who submitted their questions using hashtag Chiefs. You can follow me on Twitter and ask me more questions there at HGrahamNFL. We're just a week away from Super Bowl 55. We'll go ahead and kick things off with Luke Higginson. Should we try to sign Trey Hendrickson or Lavonte David in free agency? If not them, then who? Now, keep in mind, the Kansas City Chiefs are probably not going to be big-time players in free agency this year. Why? Because they've committed a bunch of money in recent off seasons to players like Patrick Mahomes, obviously, Frank Clark, Chris Jones. We'll see what they do with some of their own free agents. Now, if you look at these two guys, obviously totally different players. Hendrickson, a pass rusher. Lavonte David, an off-ball linebacker. I think David's the type of player that the Chiefs could really benefit from, and they'll have a first-hand look at him in Super Bowl 55 playing for the Buccaneers. Their off-ball linebackers are okay, right? Anthony Hitchens, Damien Wilson. We'll see what their future holds. Hendrickson's a great player as a pass rusher. I don't think it's quite as big of a need. When it comes to these two guys, they're both going to cost a lot of money. So to actually bring one of these times to Kansas City, Luke, that's going to be pretty difficult given the uncertainty of the salary cap here in 2021. I'd love to get one of them. Don't think it's real likely. If not them, look for the Chiefs to go bargain bin hunting and find some depth players this offseason. But if you wanted to pick one of these two guys, go ahead and let me know. Type TH for Trey Hendrickson, type LD for Lavonte David. Who would you rather have on the Kansas City Chiefs in 2021? Get subscribed to the channel because we're putting up videos almost every single day now, and it's 100% free. Hit that big red button and subscribe today. A week away from the Super Bowl, but hey, our coverage is going to continue on throughout the off season. Free agency targets, draft rumors, mock drafts. A lot of you guys keep asking about the next Chiefs mock draft. When the season's over, we're going to plug one out just for you guys. So subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our coverage here on the Chiefs Report. All right, we got Greg Watts next. Who in the draft can be an immediate improvement to this Chiefs O-line? And I've talked to you guys a lot. The offensive line is probably going to need some work. Eric Fisher, I don't really expect him to play next year, especially not by week 1. I think that this Chiefs need to look at the draft for offensive line and probably in round 1. The good news is this is a loaded draft class at offensive tackle. There's a lot of depth. Now, you're not going to get a guy like Penei Sewell or even a Rashawn Slater probably, but there's guys that you can get mid-late first round, even on into the second round, that can come in and compete for a starting tackle job. Remember also, Lucas Niang, your opt-out third-round pick from last year, he could be an option as well. It's going to be very interesting to see how Mitchell Schwartz's back improves this offseason. He hasn't played since week 6. I think we're assuming a lot to assume that he'll be ready for next year. I think he will be, but there's no guarantees considering he hasn't been able to come back at all this year. And we're pretty confident that Eric Fisher either won't play at all next season or won't be available until the middle part of the year at the very earliest. Now, should the Chiefs draft an offensive lineman in round 1? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I think if there's a guy there they like, they should absolutely consider it. This is a draft to get an offensive lineman late in the first round. I think that's a big possibility. I'm going to type my Y for yes, but you never know how these drafts play out, so get your votes in. Next up on our Chiefs mailbag is Jeremy Green, second or first round tender on Charvarius Ward. It's been a roller coaster season for Ward. He played excellent the first week, fractured his hand, came back a few weeks later, hasn't really been the same guy since then. I will say this, and you see the coverage stats there, QB rating of over 103. That's not very good for Charvarius Ward. He does have 6 pass breakups, but overall, not that great. I don't think Ward will get tendered because I don't think he had a good enough season to get tendered. I think the Chiefs will see what the market is for him. If he's super cheap, they'll probably re-sign him. If someone throws $4 or $5 million at him, they'll probably let him go because L'Jarius Sneed has developed, and you've got other options, and you still have Rashad Fenton on your roster as well. I don't think they'll place a tender on him because he just hasn't played at a good enough level, although I will say he played a lot better in the AFC Championship game, and this is when it matters the most. Now, pick one to re-sign. I definitely don't think both these guys are back with Sneed's emergence, but I could see one of them coming back. Type BB for Bashaud Breeland, type CW for Charvarius Ward. If it's me, I'm re-signing Breeland, and I'm rolling with him and Sneed on the outside. Fenton is my nickel corner, and I'm feeling great about my secondary. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. BB for Bashaud Breeland or C-Dub for Charvarius Ward. Before we get to our next question, today's show is presented by BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use our promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus when you sign up. Super Bowl 55, we're just a week away. These lines are going to continue to fluctuate a little bit, but as of now, Chiefs are holding firm as a 3.5-point favorite. Over-under between these two teams is at 56 points. You can bet on the specific matchup here. There's a ton of prop bets you can get into, so go do that at BetUS. And if you are a new BetUS customer, maybe you've been like, oh, man, I don't want to commit my money. How about a free jersey to go with it? If you sign up with BetUS at chatsports.com/ChiefsBet and use our promo code Chiefs125 and place a bet on the Super Bowl, it can be any bet for any amount, prop bet, game bet, whatever, we'll send you guys a free jersey. All you got to do after you take those steps, email us, chiefs@chatsports.com to redeem. You can pick out a jersey, and we'll get your size, get your address. We'll get you guys hooked up with a brand new Nike Chiefs jersey. Trust us, we'll hook you guys up. We've already hooked up a bunch of people throughout this season. This jersey deal runs through Super Bowl 55, so go ahead and take advantage for the next week. Email us, chiefs@chatsports.com. Next up is Kids NFL Network, #Chiefs. Sign JuJu and re-sign Le'Veon Bell. Talk about JuJu first here. Up and down season for the Steelers. Had a monster playoff game in their loss to the Browns, but wasn't great overall, but he was pretty good. But he hasn't been the same guy since he had Antonio Brown on the opposite side of the field. I'm not completely opposed, but it depends on price, and I think other teams will offer more. Lev Bell, I don't think he's back on this team next year. I don't know what his value is. I think he'll be on a roster next year, but probably for the league minimum. Le'Veon Bell is just a guy at this point. He's just a name. He's had a great career, but he's not a great player anymore. If the Chiefs want to re-sign him for the vet minimum to be your third running back, that's fine with me, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be your top guy moving forward. And I think Darrell Williams and or Damien Williams will be your number 2 back next year. Don't forget about Damien Williams, who opted out this year. I don't see Lev Bell being in the fold for the Chiefs next year. I think he'll likely move on to another team. As far as JuJu goes, I think he's probably on another roster as well. But name a free agent the Chiefs could sign or should sign this offseason. How about a non-Chiefs player, like not like a Sammy Watkins, someone who's going to be a free agent for the Chiefs? Name a player from any other team that's going to be a free agent that the Chiefs should sign. I want to hear it from you guys in the comments. All right, Trey Dorsey gets the final word on today's Chiefs mailbag. Should the Chiefs draft or sign a wide receiver? Wide receiver is a bit of a need for the Chiefs. Obviously, you have Tyreek Hill. You feel great there. Travis Kelce is your number 1 tight end. You're feeling good about that. But Sammy Watkins is a free agent. DeMarcus Robinson's a free agent. Byron Pringle's a free agent. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Chiefs have been giving more opportunities to Byron Pringle in this playoff run than DeMarcus Robinson. I think the draft is more likely because it's a deep receiver class and you can get a receiver for cheaper, right? You've already got your number 1 guy in Tyreek Hill. You hope Mecole Hardman can ascend and be that number 2 receiver for you guys next year, or maybe you draft your number 2 receiver. We'll have to wait and see. My question is, can Byron Pringle be wide receiver 3? I like what I've seen from him when he's gotten opportunities, and the Chiefs are starting to give him more. He's a great special teams guy. I would definitely like to bring back Byron Pringle for this next season. The question I have is, do they bring him back as a depth guy, wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5, or do they trust him to be wide receiver 3 in this offense for the Kansas City Chiefs? I think he has a chance to be that guy, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, it's a loaded receiver class in the draft. I don't think they'll draft one in round 1, but you never know with Kansas City. I didn't think they'd draft a running back last year in the first round, and that worked fairly well with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But the draft, free agency, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. That's why you should subscribe at youtube.com/ChiefsTV. If I missed any of your questions, I'm sorry about that. #Chiefs in the comments. We'll try to answer as many as we can on our next mailbag. Just type #Chiefs and get your questions down below. If I missed any of your questions and you don't want to wait until our next video, you can tweet at me at HGramNFL. Just give me a follow. I've got more Chiefs and NFL information and takes and opinions over there. So follow me at HGramNFL. Tweet me your questions. You can slide in my DMs. I answer all you guys. Just follow me at HGramNFL. Ask away your questions, and we'll see you next time.